welcome to another game. Brewers looking to bounce back after a tough loss against the Pirates yesterday. Just going to pull up the stream so I can make sure everything looks good on the live feed end. Got the link out there. Let's get this thing rolling. Had back-to-back games where we've been lucky enough not to have any weird blackouts of any sort. There's all the options. Here we go. There's your team statistics coming into today. I'll talk a lot more about those as the game progresses. I believe those are Major League statistics. And welcome to Coors Field, opened up in 1995, home of the Rockies, where the Brewers close out their road trip with a 3-game set against the 12-12 Colorado Rockies. Brewers have won 5 of 6 on this road trip, looking to finish it off strong before heading back home. So Jeff Hoffman is going to get the start for the Rockies here tonight. It's his 5th start of the season. Has an 0-1 record, an ERA just under 7, 13 strikeouts to 10 walks. He last pitched against the Cardinals last Saturday. He only went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 5 earned runs.
Leading off tonight for Milwaukee,
and the Cardinals would go on to win that game 22-1. So a tough start last time out. His first pitch is fouled off by Gamble, and we are underway. Colorado. Glad you could join us on a beautiful Friday evening. And glad you're with us. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Gamble hits that one. Popped up. 2-story. He's got it, and there's one away. Here's how the Brewers line up tonight, same as yesterday. A little change at the bottom there. Gamble leads off again. Lorenzo Cain bats second. Keston Hiura, Avisail Garcia, Omar Narvaez. Brock Holt is batting in the 6th hole. Ryan Braun gets a start again. Luis Urias is going to start at short. And it is the ace, Brandon Woodruff, on the mound for the Brewers tonight. Rockies coming into the game 12-12. They're currently 5.5 back of the Dodgers, who once again are going to be the team to beat out west. Here's the 1-0 to Cain. Fouled, and it's 1-1. Brewers coming off a loss in Pittsburgh. They took the first 2 games of that series. Had their 9-game winning streak snapped. As Cain takes one down, it's 2-1. Rockies have lost 4 of 6. Lost 2 of 3 in San Francisco the last 3 days. Here's the 2-1 to Cain, and that one's pulled foul. So another chilly road game for the Brewers here. We're just 45 degrees here in the Rockies. Let's take a look at beautiful Coors Field here in downtown Denver. Here's the 2-2 to Cain. He fights that one away. Do it again with 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. And that one's popped up. Hampson is there. He makes the catch, and there's 2 away. So 2 pop-outs to the infield. And then Hoffman off to a better start than last time, and that brings up Keston Hiura. Hiura got the day off on Tuesday, or on Wednesday, beg your pardon, and then started in yesterday's game and went off. He had 4 hits, 2 doubles, 2 singles, 4 RBIs. And takes a strike there. It's 0-1. So came back into the starting lineup in a fury. Got the Brewers on the board early. The 2-run double. Came back, hit another double, had an RBI single, had another single. And just a great day at the plate, but the Brewers would come up short, losing that one 11-9. Blew 2 separate 4-run leads in that game. It's been kind of a weird statistic. Brewers have scored first as Hira hits one into the hole, and there's a base hit. So Keston Hira keeps a hot bat going, extends the inning, and will bring up Avisail Garcia.
Batting fourth, the left fielder.
Against the Reds, the Brewers scored, as I pull up the stats on that one, Garcia takes one upstairs. First game against the Reds in Cincinnati, the Brewers scored 3 in the first. They'd go on to lose that game. And then later that week against the Mets, they'd score 4 in the first. They'd go on to lose that game as well. They score 3 in yesterday's game, foul ball. Score 3 in yesterday's game. They'd go on to lose that game as well. So big first innings have not been as fruitful as the Brewers have hoped. It's one of those weird things where it scores some runs, but maybe not score too many runs. But to the Pirates' credit, they clawed back and got the win. It was their first win at home this season. Garcia's got an evened count, 2-2. Hira over at first. Hoffman comes set, check of Hira. And here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Got him on the inside part of the plate. And the side is retired. So Brewers get a hit, leave them stranded. And yes, that was the backwards K. Very appropriate sign. Good high five by those dudes. Brewers 0, Rockies coming up. Brandon Woodruff makes his 6th start of the season. 1-1. Has a .68 ERA. That is among the league leaders among starting pitchers. He's thrown 26 1/3, 36 strikeouts, 11 walks, giving up 2 home runs.
Leading up for the Rockies,
decision as Raimel Tapia leads off for the Rockies. Went 4 innings, 4 hits, gave up the 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. See there in the bottom corner, Brewers enter today, trailing the Cubs by a game in the Central. 1-0 pitch, fouled off into the shin guards of Narvaez. It's 1-1. It's been a big thing for Brewers starting pitchers. They have not gone long into the game. And as Tapia swings and misses at that one, it's 1-2. One's inside, 2-2. Haven't been able to go a long start, but they've had a very productive bullpen. Swing and a miss, and Woodruff gets Tapia down on strikes for out number 1.
batting second.
Take a look at that one. Fastball right down the middle. Tapia way behind it.
Murphy.
And that's going to bring up Daniel Murphy. Follows that one away. Brewers starters have not gone very deep, but their bullpen has been phenomenal for the most part. A 2.63 bullpen ERA. But yesterday did not have a solid outing. Gave up a lot of runs in the 7th inning. A lot of runs with 2 outs. 1-1 pitch to Murphy. He's going to beat the shift on that one. That's going to go to the wall. And there should be extra bases. Murphy makes the turn. He's over at second. And he'll hold there with a 1-out double. So we've seen that a lot this season. Teams beating these shifts that the Brewers have implemented. A staple of Craig Counsell's defense. Putting people where he anticipates them to hit it statistically using the analytics. But when you get a hitter who gets one inside and comes a little late on it, it can be an easy base hit though. As Nolan Arenado steps in, and he hits one on the ground. Arias is there off the back foot, and plenty of time to get him at first. And there's 2 away. Here's how the Rockies line up. Tapia leading off. Murphy got the double. Arenado just grounded out. Charlie Blackmon, Trevor Story, Sam Hilliard. And then at the bottom of the order, Garrett Hampson, Dom Nunez. And the starting pitcher for the Rockies tonight is Jeff Hoffman. So Woodruff gets the quick out of Arenado, and they'll bring up Charlie Blackmon, the right fielder. Takes one outside. This is a Rockies lineup that is very heavy. Their offense is primarily in these 2 through 5 batters. That's where all of their home runs and RBIs are coming. Not a lot of production from the bottom of the order as Blackmon hits that one to left. Garcia racing back on the track, and he's going to make the catch. It looked a lot more dire than it needed to be, and the side is retired. So the Rockies get a hit on the Murphy double. They leave him stranded. After 1, we're scoreless.
Leading off for the Brewers, the catcher.
Omar Narvaez is going to lead off the inning for the Brewers. He had a good series in Pittsburgh, 5 for 15. He was 3 for 5 yesterday. And the first pitch from Hoffman is in there for a strike. Talking about the Brewers bullpen and just the staff in general yesterday. 0-1 pitch. That one misses. 1-1. Only 7 of the 11 runs they gave up yesterday were earned. A couple of errors led to extending the inning and those runs eventually coming in to score. But you brush it off, shake it off, whatever you got to tell yourself, as that one brushes Narvaez back, and it's 2-2. You hop a plane, you get settled in the hotel room, and just remember you got a lot more season ahead of you. And you're in Colorado, you got to take care of business as Narvaez goes down on strikes. And that's the second out strikeout for Hoffman.
The third base.
First out of the inning.
Rock.
Gave him a good high fastball that Narvaez couldn't keep off of. I'll bring up 0-1. Holt getting a couple of starts in Pittsburgh. He was 3 for 9, had 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, 2 for 5 in yesterday's game. As he hits that one to right, Blackmon is there, and he secures it for out number 2.
Batting 7, the first baseman, number 8, Ryan Braun.
And Ryan Braun is now batting. Braun back in the starting lineup, giving Justin Smoke a couple of days off as Braun pulls that one foul. Smoke came into the starting lineup and really started to produce for the Brewers, but has cooled as of late. Braun comes in, starts in yesterday's game, and has 3 singles. 3 for 4, drove in a run, got hit by a pitch. Pinch hit on Wednesday, got a double. Falls another one, it's 1-2. And the big thing that was going to happen is Braun was going to platoon with Ben Gamel while Christian Yelich is on the DL, as that one's lined right at Murphy, and that will do it for the Brewers in the second. So a 1-2-3 inning for Hoffman. Head to the bottom of the second, still scoreless.
Leading up for the Rockies.
Trevor Story is going to lead us off here in the second for the Rockies. The slugging shortstop comes into this series batting .305 with 3 home runs. Like I mentioned, there's almost a bell curve when you look at this middle of the Rockies order. You have Arenado with 5 home runs, Blackmon with 4. There's your 3 and 4 batters. And then Daniel Murphy's got 3 home runs. He's batting in your 2 spot. And Trevor Story here with 3. So it's just and it just kind of flattens out from there. So if you can get through this part of the order, not a lot of production coming from other parts. And that was very evident last weekend when the Rockies were facing the Cardinals. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Story, in there for a strike. Rockies would win one of the games. They'd win it 2-1 in a swing and a miss. Story's down swinging. Second strikeout of the game for Woodruff.
Batting fifth.
Take a look at that one. A good off-speed pitch. Gets him way out in front of that one. And Sam Hilliard bats with 1 out. Rockies would win the first game 2-1. And there's a called strike. They would lose the second game 22-1, and then they'd get shut out in the finale 5-0. So 28-3 in that series. And that was at home even. And that's probably the one thing about this Rockies team that's very surprising is a lot of their power numbers with being in Colorado, the thin air. They're near the bottom of the league in total home runs. They only have 21 home runs as a team. Here's the 0-2 to Hilliard. Fastball trying to get him to chase the high one, and it's no doing there. It's 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Got him to chase the two-seam fastball on the outside part of the plate. So back-to-back Ks for Woodruff here in the second.
Batting seventh.
And that'll make way for Garrett Hampson.
Number 1.
Hampson hits one foul. Rockies batting .255 as a team coming into the series. That's in the middle of the league. Only scored 88 runs, as we mentioned. Not a lot of production, as Hampson's going to try to bunt for a base hit. Holtz there with the bare hand, and a little side-winding throw to Braun is in time, and that'll do it for the Rockies. So another quick 1-2-3 inning. We're up to the third. No score.
For the Brewers,
Luis Urias will lead off the third, facing off against Jeff Hoffman, who's having a good start to this game after having a pretty rough go of it last time, as Urias hits that one to Blackman, and he's there for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the third.
Batting 9, the pitcher, number 53,
Brandon Woodruff bats with nobody on. Just filing through these batters here. I guess everyone has some dinner reservations they'd like to take care of and make sure they're on time for. Little check swing, but still called a strike by the home plate umpire. It's 0-1. High fastball, 1-1. Just a bit inside, 2-1 on Woodruff. It's a Brewers team that is in the series against the Pirates. Only had 2 home runs, both coming off of the bat of Orlando Arcia. They too are kind of at the bottom of the league in home runs. They only have 28. That's good for 17th in the majors. Big reason that number is not climbing as fast as probably expect. Christian Yelich being on the injured list. And that's a swing and a miss. Woodruff's down on strikes. And there's 2 away. Take a look at this one again. Little curve ball way out in front. And look at that frame job. He doesn't move the glove. The ball moves to the glove. And we're back to the top of the order in Ben Gamel. Ben Gamel riding an 8-game hitting streak. Looking to extend that one here in Colorado. Check swing, but call the strike, 0-1. One pitch, and that one's flared to left, and that will get the hitting streak extended. So a 2-out single by Gamel. Probably see a little graphic here to keep me honest on that. Yeah, dishing up something. We're eating healthy tonight, and they're not going to show it, but it is. He's got a hitting streak going. So Kane bats with 2 outs and 1 on here. And this is upstairs, 1-0. Brewers scored 9 runs yesterday. All of those were from just regular base hits and doubles. No home runs in that game. So it's good to see a team a year ago that was very dependent on the long ball to score runs, being able to hit with runners in scoring position, hit in situations that You just need crucial base hits. 2-0 pitch, and that one's foul. And not having to be so reliant on the home run ball. And you can tell by the way this roster was constructed in the offseason, a lot of guys who have power but are more batters for average. Narvaez came in. He had a decent number of home runs last year, but had a very good average. Brock Holt, another guy who has a little pop, but he's going to hit for average as well. 2-2 pitch. Kane fights that one off. That looked like a good pitch at the knees, and a late swing on it fouls off to the right side, and it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Misses in the dirt. 3-2. So good eye by Kane. He makes the count full. Gamble's going to get a head start over at first. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and he fights that one off. Looked like it could have been ball 4, but Kane's not going to take any chances. He's going to fight that one off. Kane finished the series against Pittsburgh very strong. He went 3 for 6 yesterday, scored 3 runs. Full count again, and that one's on the ground to Story. He'll throw across the diamond, and that'll do it for the Brewers in the 3rd. So Brewers get a hit and leave them stranded, and after 2.5, we're still scoreless. Heidi Watney there. Sorry, Heidi. Still can't hear you. Well, you were watching some live... Oh, hey, she gave up some stats. So, yeah, we talk about where the Colorado Rockies are kind of in those rankings and the hitting. And, yeah, not a lot of runs, even though they do play here in Colorado. But at the bottom for a lot of these key stats. Another thing that is very... telling about Bud Black's offense this year is they've been very aggressive on the base paths. They've been caught stealing the most in the majors already. So if they get people on, they are not afraid to put them in motion. As Dom Nunez leads off and takes a ball. So not afraid to run the base paths, try to take some chances. Ends in there for a strike, 1-1. Now, I've been watching all these games. It's a stat that they don't really track here in MLB The Show. Here's the 1-1. Misses. But I'm pretty sure I've only seen like 1 or 2 stolen base attempts by an opposing team. And even watching the Brewers, the only person really stealing any bases is Christian Yelich, and him being on the IL, that's not going to happen for a couple more days. Woodruff's falling behind 3-1 on Nunez. Here's the pitch in there for a strike. Weekend, but probably won't start again until the series in Milwaukee against Washington. So good job by Woodruff to battle back.
Jeff Hoffman.
That brings up the pitcher, Jeff Hoffman. You mentioned you are watching live MLB The Show franchise mode following the Milwaukee Brewers on youtube.com/Tucker Comedy. Please share, like, subscribe these links, these game casts. Try to spread the word however you can. It's the best way to do it because I don't know any other way of doing it. Also, power rankings will be updated. You'll see those on Monday. Brewers have an off day, so it's a perfect time to give me a chance to write that up. And you can find that at tuckercomedy.com/power-rankings. Woodruff falls behind on Hoffman 3-0. Not a spot you really want to be in. 3-0 against the opposing pitcher. Here's the 3-0 pitch in there for a strike, 98. Down the chute. 3-1 pitch, fouled, and it's a full count. Full count pitch, and that is ripped down the line, and that is fair and into the corner. Hoffman rounding first. He's on his way to second, and the pitcher has a 1-out double for the Rockies, and the top of the order coming up. So
The center field.
Woodruff just trying to get a pitch over the plate. Challenged him, and Hoffman did not miss it. And the Rockies have a runner in scoring position with one out. So second hit given up by Woodruff. It's another double. That's going to bring up Raimel Tapia. And I don't know the name of that purple Rockies dinosaur that's hip thrusting his way into the hearts of the Colorado faithful, but as that one misses, it's 1-0. Tapia struck out his last at-bat. Bats with a runner on, and he swings and misses at that changeup. It's 1-1. Tapia in his 23rd game for the Rockies, batting .230, does have a home run, 1-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside part, 2-1. But much like how Lorenzo Cain in the leadoff spot has a pretty okay average, the walks have not been there. And as a leadoff man, that's what you like to see, having a few more walks. He's only got 2 on the season. Here's the 2-1 pitch in the dirt, 3-1. So Woodruff having trouble finding the zone here. He's worked the first 3 batters to 3 balls. Here's the 3-1 pitch in there for a strike. So full count to Tapia. Daniel Murphy is on deck. Full count pitch, foul away. Talk a lot about how the Rockies and a lot of the offensive numbers are down. They've only played 8 games at home. They're 4-4 at home this season. Full count pitch, and that's hit on the ground to Holt. He'll make a strong throw to first, and there's 2 away. So a lot could be said with the reason those numbers are down is just not having a lot of games at home just yet. But even in those games you do play at home, got to make sure you're scoring, and a little bit of a half swing, but the home plate umpire says he's cool, and it's 1-0. See Murphy there with over 1,500 career hits. He's gotten those as part of the Mets. That's where he started his career with the Nationals. There's a pop fly on the left side, and that's going to run up against the wall, and it's 1-1. Played a couple years with the Nationals and was playing last year in Colorado here, back for a second season. 22 pitches this inning for Woodruff. Or half and half, like I mentioned, was running those counts up. Here's the 1-2 to Murphy, way inside. Hoffman is not going to make the move to third, and maybe for good reason. That was a very nice bounce right off that brick wall, right back to Narvaez. He might have had a play at third if Hoffman goes. Hoffman thinks better of it, sticks around 2-2. Fastball just misses, and it's a full count. So Woodruff once again has 3 balls on a batter. And these are the types of situations the Brewers are trying to avoid. Trying to avoid these innings where a lot of pitches are thrown. Full count, and that's a fly ball. Cain is there with plenty of room, and he's got it for the 3rd out. So a double by the pitcher. He's left stranded, and after 3 complete, the Brewers and Rockies have yet to score. Keston Hira steps in for the 4th.
Keston
had a single to left field his last at-bat. Who would have thought just taking a simple day off would really recharge the batteries? And this is, it's 1-0. Hira had started in every game up until Wednesday. And that one's to right and deep, and that is, oh, Blackman's got it. I was about to say over his head, but Blackman is able to chase it down.
Now
and a good play by the right fielder, and he retires Hira. It's 1 out. Take a look at the pitch comparisons by both Woodruff and Hoffman. Woodruff topping out at 98, while Hoffman's at 96. So two power pitchers here. I think the big difference right now is that Woodruff has had a little trouble with the control. Hoffman's been doing a good job of hitting to contact and then getting guys to get out on their own, not relying so much on the strikeout and the power. Does have 3 strikeouts, though, as Garcia pops one up. Hampson's calling for it, and he's got it for out number 2. Another example of that one right there.
Now batting, the catcher.
Giving him something to hit.
Narvaez.
Might have been the strategy he had last weekend against the Cardinals. Cardinals just a little bit more squared up on it. I think the fascinating thing about that game with the Cardinals and the Rockies last weekend, game that Hoffman started, and as Narvaez takes one in the dirt, the Cardinals did not hit a home run in that game. They had 22 runs. None of them came via the long ball. That one brushes Narvaez back. He's in a favorable count, 2-0. That's the way the Cardinal season has been going. They're at the bottom of the league. In home runs hit, 2-0 pitch. And that one's hit to Story. He's got plenty of time to get Narvaez, and that'll do it for the Brewers here in the 4th. So Hoffman rolling along. We head to the bottom of half of the 4th. Rockies, Brewers, 0-2-0. So Nolan Arenado steps up. He's going to lead off the 4th.
The third baseman.
Topic of a lot of discussion in the offseason. Looking to get traded from the Rockies. No takers have been available. So he'll wear the purple and black for the time being. But depending on how the season progresses for the Rockies, probably a valuable trade chip. There's the 0-1, and that one's pulled foul. Arenado leading the team in home runs with 5, tied for the team lead in RBIs with 14, and that's in there for a base hit. So the Rockies get their 3rd hit of the game, first single of the game. That comes off the bat of Arenado, and they have a leadoff single here in the 4th. Take a look at that one. Inside part of the plate, gets him on the hands. Arenado just muscles that one into right. And he's on first base. And Charlie Blackmon up to bat. With a swing and a miss. Blackmon, the old stalwart here with the Rockies. He hits that one to left, but Garcia's barely going to move for that one. He's got it for out number 1. Arenado back to first.
Now
Blackmon is retired, brings up Trevor Story. Story struck out in the 2nd. Not a good season so far, above 300. That's the one thing, that they have 4 batters above 300. Got Murphy batting 345 coming into today. Trevor Story batting 305. Sam Hilliard, yeah, sure, maybe just in 14 games, but he's batting 343. That's nothing to sneeze at. Charlie Blackmon, who just batted, he's at 318. And that one's fouled back. 0-1. Story's had a good series against the Giants. See there, batted 444, 0-1 pitch. Up and in, it's 1-1. The 1-1 fouled away. Check of Arenado at first. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Tied up Story on that one. And the 4th strikeout for Woodruff. The 2nd strikeout for Story.
The left fielder,
and there's 2 away. And Story knew that one. Yeah, he was not happy with his performance on that one. And that brings up Sam Hilliard. And he hits that one on the line. And, Arias cannot get that one. And that's into left for a base hit. Looked like it might have been just over the glove of Arias. It was a hot shot. And Arias can't come down with it. Take a look at this one again. He hits that one right on the screws. And, Arias just mistimed the jump Yeah, just could not pull that one in, and that is a base hit for Hilliard. That brings up Garrett Hampson. Takes a strike, 96 on the corner. It's 0-1. Hampson, his 22nd game of the season, batting .268, does have a home run, 9 RBIs. 0-1 pitch, misses, it's 1-1. 1-1, and that one's foul. Rockies with another chance to get a hit with a runner in scoring position. They've had that a lot tonight. 1-2, called, strike 3 right at the knees, and Woodruff gets out of the jam. We've played 4. We're still scoreless here in Denver. It looks like Heidi Watney is going to talk about something, and you're going to do a report. I'm going to talk about being reported on. So you might have seen that I did appear on the local news here in Wisconsin talking about these streams. So if you want to check that out, that's on the WAOW.com. That's the local affiliate here in Wisconsin. So if you want to check out that, they did a little story about doing these streams and everything. So if you're coming over because you saw that report, glad you're joining us.
Rock.
And very appreciative that they were able to do that. Brock Holt steps in. He takes a curveball on the outside part of the plate for a strike. There's the 0-1. Misses. Yeah, they did a lot of. It was only a 90-second story. I talked to the guy for about 45 minutes, which you can't do a whole 45-minute interview and post that on the news. Here's the 1-1. Holt slaps that one into left. Good job of hitting there. Takes that curveball and goes the opposite field with it. That's how they teach you back in the Little League. And Holt, stirring up some goodness.
Ryan Braun.
Brings up Ryan Braun. Braun takes a strike. One of my favorite stories that I like telling just in general, I told it in my interview as well. Really big into baseball and everything, and when I got married, when looking for a joining of the family ceremony, as Braun swings and misses at that one in the dirt. It's 1-2. I wanted to do something very unique, so we actually got a baseball. We got a couple of baseballs. We had a logo for the wedding. 0-2 misses. And we had everyone in the family sign all the balls, and then we had the dads throw out the first pitch of the wedding. That was how we united the families. As Braun hits that one into the hole, knocked down by Arenado. He's going to be up and throw it, but not in time. And Braun is on with an infield single. So a good try by Arenado to knock that one down, but it's going to be a base hit. So the Brewers have their first 2 runners on, and Luis Urias up to bat. And that misses 1-0. So a very unique thing, something we'd never seen before, something I came up with. And if you're a huge baseball fan out there and you want to do that, I would highly encourage it, because it was a very unique and fun thing. We had a friend who did music for us as Urias pops one up to right. Blackman's got room. Holt's going to tag. Blackman's got it. Holt's on his way to third. Here comes the throw, and it's offline. And Holt's going to be in safely at third. So Urias moves up Holt.
The pitcher, number 53.
And that's going to bring up Brandon Woodruff with runners at the corners and 1 out. So we had a friend who did music for the whole wedding, and she played Take Me Out to the Ball Game while they were doing the first pitch. And a lot of people liked it. And a lot of people who knew our families, our friends and family who are there, it all made sense to them. Woodruff takes the ball. It's 1-0. So that was one of the stories I told in the interview. That didn't quite make it. That didn't quite fit the full narrative. But it helped establish me as someone who liked baseball, for sure. Changeup misses, 2-0. So Woodruff hoping that Hoffman can return the favor and give him something he can hit. Woodruff is very good with the bat. Has some pop. He showed that off in the NLCS a couple years ago. 2-0 pitch. Misses upstairs. So Hoffman falls behind on Woodruff, 3-0. And a chance to load the bases up for the hot-hitting Gamble, who's on deck. Holt at third, Braun at first. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Changeup in there for a strike. It's 3-1. So a good pitch by Hoffman. If Woodruff is going after that one, that's a perfect double play ball right there. One that looks like it's coming right down the middle, and then there's just enough taken off of it where you're hitting it hard into the ground, and it's right at the second or third baseman. 3-1 pitch. And that one's hit deep to right, and it looks like that one's going to be foul, and it is. So Woodruff, like I said, put a charge in that one. Blackman knew it was going to be foul, maybe even a good play too. Keeps a run from scoring. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So Hoffman battles back and gets the strikeout of Woodruff. That's his fourth of the game, and now it's the top of the order. And Ben Gamble to try to drive in that first run for the Brewers. Scoreless here in the fifth. 2 on, 2 outs. Ben Gamble, who has a hit and extended his hitting streak, is up to bat. He hits that one into center. Tapia is there. He's got it. And the Brewers are down in the fifth. So the Brewers get 2 hits. They leave them both stranded. Rockies coming up in a scoreless game. As you take a look at beautiful Coors Field here in the Rockies, Heidi Watney back up talking about something. It's not even like a faint recollection of what is possibly happening in my headphones or anything. It is just pure nothing when Heidi Watney speaks. We're so sorry, Heidi. Gotta get it fixed to that microphone solution. Is get a look at Bud Black. He's in his 4th season with the Rockies. 2-6 record. Got his 900th career win earlier this season. Managed all those years for the San Diego Padres. Here's the pitch to Nunez, and it's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Brent Suter warming up in the Brewers' pen. Rockies getting... It's going to be the Nunez. Hoffman will be batting second, the pitcher spot. So see what the move is for Bud Black there, and that'll be the top of the order. So Nunez barking a little bit at Woodruff, wondering why that pitch came so close to the feet. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 97 down the middle, and it's 1-2. 1-2. Swung on and hit into the hole, and that's through for a base hit. So Nunez is on with the leadoff single. I'll bring up Jeff Hoffman in a bunting situation.
The pitcher, Jeff Hoffman.
Fastball on the outside part of the plate. Nunez does a good job of extending the arms and going with the pitch. And hits it the other way for a base hit. So Hoffman in a bunting situation. He does have a double on the game. Puts that down the first baseline and foul. So Hoffman 2 for 6 on the season. He's no slouch at the plate. Here in a bunting situation, trying to move Nunez over to second. Hoffman squares, bunts it foul again. Squaring again, and he offered at that one and misses. And there's another strikeout for Woodruff. And the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, Rival.
So 6th strikeout for Woodruff, adding on to his total. And that brings up Ramiel Tapia. 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. That's with a runner at first and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch from Woodruff, swing and a miss. Good changeup there. Got him way out ahead of that one. It's 0-1. And that's grounded over to Holt. Throws it over to second. Hira got him at first, and that is an inning-ending double play. Take a look at that one again. Holt with the great throw to Hira. And the relay's right where it needs to be. We've played 5, still scoreless. Lorenzo Cain leads off the 6th. He's 0 for 2 on the game. batting in a very familiar leadoff spot. But it's going to be very interesting how the lineup will shake out once Christian Yelich comes back. He's going to be back in the 2 spot. But with Gamble playing so well, you wonder if he's going to get some more starts. Imagine Kane will probably just move right back up into the 1 hole. Like to see him take a few more pitches. Like to see him take a few more walks. Two-0 pitch misses. It's 3-0. Kane's only walked 5 times. He's had 111 at-bats. He leads the team. Another guy who's played in every game. He's only had 1 off day. And that was on Sunday when Gamble started in right and Tyrone Taylor got started center. But Kane still came in for a pinch hit. Got a walk that led to an RBI. He just walked there. So he's on base for Keston Hiura. Brewers and Rockies scoreless here in the 6th. Pitch to Hiura is in there, and Hoffman breaks the ball streak, and it's 0-1. Kane over at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just misses down, 1-1. Jake McGee and Wade Davis warming up for the Rockies over in the right field bullpen. Hoffman set, slide step, 1-1, check swing, but called a strike, it's 1-2. So Hoffman with a little bit of slide step there, trying to keep Kane close by. Brewers have not stolen a lot of bases, only Christian Yelich is really the one allowed to steal, as Hiura hits 1 foul. Yelich with 9 stolen bases on the season. Garcia has 1. Omar Narvaez even has 1, and that's your stolen base leaderboard right there. Not a lot of stolen bases. 1-2 pitch, and that's hit to the right side for a base hit. So a great job by Hiura, really seeing the ball well, gets that outside fastball, and he just extends the hands and hits that one into the hole and right. And with the first baseman having to play the bay, kind of opens up that hole a little bit. You got fielders playing in double play depth, and an easy base hit. Here's Garcia, takes the ball, it's 1-0. So Brewers once again getting both the first 2 batters of the inning on base. They did it last inning, but couldn't cash him in. That one misses to Garcia. It's 2-0. Rockies and Brewers are in very similar boats when it comes to runners in scoring position, both batting .225. There's a swing and a miss. Good changeup by Hoffman. Got Garcia way out in front of that one. And it's 2-1. The Brewers were on the 9-game winning streak. They really came through hitting with runners in scoring position. They were batting below 200 before that streak started. That one misses, 3-1. And they've been able to get that average back up to 225. Now, granted, when you're batting one below 200, it's not hard to get it back above 200. It only takes a couple hits, but it's still the right direction, as we talked about, not hitting a ton of long balls as Garcia hits that one foul. So if you're dependent a little too much on the long ball, you're not going to have a lot of guys on base anyway, but if you're depending on that long ball and guys are on base, they might not be scoring. Full count pitch, and that's a little pop-up behind first base. Murphy is there, and there's one away. So jammed him on that one.
The catcher, Omar Narvaez.
And that's going to bring up the catcher, Omar Narvaez. It looks like Bud Black is going to go to the bullpen. So it looks like he's gotten enough work out of Hoffman here. He had a pretty decent pitch count going, but looks like he sees some signs of fatigue, and he's going to pull Hoffman here.
Your attention, please.
So Hoffman goes 5 1/3, doesn't give up any runs. He is responsible for the runners on first and second. And Jairo Diaz will take the ball here in the 6th. His 9th appearance of the season. He's 0-1. 6.52 ERA. 8 strikeouts to 7 walks. Has given up 1 home run. Excuse me. pitched in yesterday's game against the Giants. Throws a strike, gets 0-1. He only went 2/3 of an inning. And he faces off against Omar Narvaez. As I mentioned, had a good game yesterday. Kind of finished off his series strong too. Fastball misses inside, 1-1. Narvaez now batting at .363. 5 for 15 against the Pirates. Had 3 hits in yesterday's game. Here's the 1-1 pitch, way outside, 2-1. Beautiful evening here in Denver inside the video game. Here's the 2-1, and that one's popped up behind first base as well. That's going to be an infield fly rule if it's fair. It is, and it is. And there's 2 away, so take a look at this pitch. Up in the zone, it looks like. A little upper corner of it. Jammed him, and like that, there's 2 away. So a walk, a single, 2 pop-ups to Murphy, and that brings up Brock Holt. Takes the ball 1-0. And these are the situations that Craig Counsell really wants Brock Holt to be patient now. 1-0, that one misses, 2-0, and even more so now. In yesterday's game, with runners on second and third, a 2-0 count, he goes swinging and pops it up. Can't do anything with that. Brewers wouldn't score any runs. 2-0 pitch, and he's swinging. That one's into the corner and right, and that is going to be foul off the wall. So, I mean, you see glimpses, you know, you can see something good like that, but with a pitcher that might be struggling, 2-1 pitch, misses upstairs, 3-1. But you got to trust your guys, too, and you got to trust yourself. Don't want to be second-guessing at all. Holt in the driver's seat, 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike, so just catches the corner with that slider. So full count, 2 outs here in the 6th. Kane and here are going to get a head start on the pitch. Holt looking to drive in the first run of the game for either team. Yes, with the pitch. Fouled, and looks like it's going to be playable, but it's going to be down. So Arenado was playing a little off the line and wasn't able to get that one. So new life for Holt here. Full count. Runners going in there. Called. Strike 3. And that will do it for the Brewers. So the Brewers strand 2 more. They've stranded 7 already. We go ahead to the bottom of the 6th. Brewers and Rockies scoreless.
Leading up for the Rockies.
So Brandon Woodruff is in there for his 6th inning of work. He faces off against Daniel Murphy, who hit a double off of him in the first. And he hits that one into shallow center. Garcia's there, and there's 1 pitch, 1 out in the 6th.
Now batting, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's up Nolan Arenado, 1 for 2. Got a single his last at-bat. Had a nice little inside-out shot to right field. Dynamic look of Brandon Woodruff there. Here's the pitch. And fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the changeup. It's 0-2. Fire Eisen, Corbin Burns warming up for the Brewers. Brewers and the Rockies. Brewers playing their 1 series here in Colorado. Here's the 0-2. Foul. Brewers finished their season last year here in Denver. Took a tough sweep to finish off the regular season. Had a chance. 0-2 pitches away. It's 1-2. Had a chance to possibly win the division, or at least force a tiebreaker. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the fastball. And that's the 7th strikeout for Woodruff. There's 2 away.
Number 19, Charlie.
A couple of extra inning losses that really put the nail in the coffin for a division possibility. Cardinals had lost their games. That would have made it a little bit easier for the Brewers to possibly even win the division outright. But just wasn't meant to be. They would eventually win the 2nd wild card. Go on to face Washington, who would beat them. And Washington go on to win the World Series. So that one's a pop-up in the infield. Kind of a weird situation where Urias is going to take that one, but hey, it works. 3 up, 3 down inning for Woodruff. We head to the 7th. Still scoreless. So Diaz is going to come back out here for the 7th and face Ryan Braun, who's 1 for 2. Talking about the series that the Brewers and Rockies had last year to end the season. First pitch to Braun is a swing and a miss. And it was in that series that Lorenzo Cain really solidified his Golden Glove. He made some amazing plays in the outfield. Had probably the catch of the year, robbing a home run at the center field wall. And it was then that it was basically, you just put the final touches on it. Swing and a miss. Braun chases after that one, and he's quickly down on strikes.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
So Luis Urias is up. He's flied out to right field both at-bats. As Braun just trying to protect at a pitch that wouldn't have been a call to strike. And this is 1-0. Urias starting to get a little bit more regular playing time. Over at short, over at third. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike, 1-1. 1-1 pitch, fouled away. Urias, 2 home runs on the season. Both have come against the Mets. 1-2 is in the dirt. Evened up at 2. Trying to get that bat going a little bit more. 2-2, and that's hit on the ground to Hampson. And oh, a wild throw into the Rockies dugout. And yes, an Eckert up there, so feels good about where Woodruff is at the mound. So gonna let him swing away here, help himself out. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Another situation where you could go to your bench, try to drive in that run. You have a lot of options. Here's the 1-1. This is inside, 2-1. Council electing to go with Woodruff. Gonna let him pitch the 7th. 2-1 pitch, down the middle for a strike. Another situation where if Woodruff isn't coming out to pitch this next inning, what are they teaching the algorithm and the computer about managerial styles? It's just ridiculous. Full count pitch from Diaz, swing and a foul. So Arenado, as you can see, still playing in, expecting a bunt. So even one little flare over his head is going to score Urias. Full count once again, swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to that one. And the 3rd strikeout by Diaz. 3 strikeouts for Woodruff. He has the hat trick. And Ben Gamble, the top of the order, comes up with runner in scoring position. Two outs, 1 runner on. Oh, all right. So I'm seeing internet connection not quality enough. I'm just going to make sure. I'm going to skip ahead to the broadcast. So do a quick pause. 1 moment, please. I'm just going to do I'm just doing a quick check because if this is blacking out and not working, and I have my stream up, just doing a quick check. It says it's not sufficient, but it looks like it's still working and it's paused and everything looks good. I'm going to keep it on here. If it goes black, I'll pause it and we'll see what we can do. Here's the 1-0 to Gamble, misses down, 2-0. Looks like everything is in order still. Looks like there's a little bit of a lag, but not too bad. But that's to be expected with how internet streaming works. Urias at second. Gamble with a base hit up the middle. Urias is around to score, and the Brewers take a 1-0 lead on the Ben Gamble RBI single. So Ben Gamble continues to stay hot at the plate, has an RBI single, and the Brewers take a late 1-run lead. Up and in, and he just sticks with that pitch and hits it right up the middle. And Arias scores from second. It's going to be an unearned run charged to Diaz, and the Brewers have a lead. Kane steps in, takes a strike. So Ben Gamel has really come through for these Brewers in Christian Yelich's absence. It is going to be very hard to put him on the bench if he keeps hitting like this when Yelich is back. But it does give you a lot of options to bring him in. 1-1 is hit down the line. That's going to reach the seats. No, bounce into the seats. You can give Garcia a day off. He started in every game this season. He's the only Brewer that has started every game. 1-2 to Kane, and that is driven to center, and Tapia is there. He has it, and the side is retired. But a throwing error gets Arias to second. Gamble hits him in with 2 outs. And as we head to the stretch, the Brewers lead 1-0.
Leading up for the Rockies.
So Trevor Story is in to hit against Brandon Woodruff, who's working his 7th inning. And as mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this is some somewhat uncharted territory. Brandon Woodruff's the only starting pitcher to pitch into a 7th inning for the Brewers this year. He's done it on 2 occasions. Throws a strike in there, it's 0-1. He went 7 against the Cardinals. He went 7 against the Phillies. Well, he pitched into the 7th. He only pitched 6 2/3 against the Phillies. Here's the 1-1, and that's on the ground, and it is a fair ball, so it beats the shift, and Gamble's got a long way to go for that one, and Story's in there with a leadoff double. So the 3rd double hit by the Rockies today. And wonder if that might spell the end for Brandon Woodruff, giving him a shot to go after these batters, and he's going to stay in there. He's going to face off against Sam Hilliard, who's 1 for 2. And there's a good changeup on the outside part of the plate. It's 0-1. So Rockies answering right back with the double. They're in scoring position here. For Sam Hilliard, 0-1 pitch in there for a strike, 95 at the top of the zone. So Woodruff still throwing pretty strong here. Take a look at the pitch total, 59 strikes. 0-2 pitch, fouled, and it's 0-2 still. Story at second. Here comes Woodruff's pitch, up and away, 1-2. Good waste there. Look to see if he would chase that one. He did not. 1-2. Sliders in. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there. Got him with the off-speed stuff. Bottom just fell out of that one. Great pitch by Woodruff. Definitely needed that one. And there's one away. And that's going to do it for Woodruff. He's going to go 6 1/3. He gave up the leadoff double. And he's going to hand this one over to the bullpen and see if they can secure the rest of these innings.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so it's going to be Corbin Burns coming in. He came in yesterday's game and threw just 1/3 of an inning.
Number 39.
Came in to just close out that troubling 7th for the Brewers. Yeah, and my dog is very mad that that happened yesterday. She was not thrilled by it. She doesn't even like that I bring it up. So Burns is going to pitch against Garrett Hampson here, and there's a pop-up, and it's going to be down, and that is going to be a base hit. So I think there might have been some miscommunication on who was going to take that ball, because it landed right in between Narvaez and Burns. The lucky thing is it doesn't advance Story, because he had to make sure the ball was down. But it's going to be the second base hit for Garrett Hampson, or the first base hit. Got a little ahead of myself in my scorebook here. And it brings up Dom Nunez when he takes the ball. So the double play is now in effect. I guess the double play is always in effect, but now even more so. So the double play chance now alive. And that one's hit down the line foul. Burns in his 20th appearance already this season. He's done a great job managing that ERA after kind of getting off to a rough start to the season. It's a swing and a miss on that one. It's 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Just misses the corner. 2-2. Burns 2-1 on the season. Trying to get the Brewers out of this 7th inning. First and second, 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got him on the high fastball, and there's 2 away.
The pitcher, number 37.
Take a look at that one again. Yep, that's that high fastball that you think you have a shot at, and you never do.
Your attention, please.
So Bud Black's going to go to his bench with the pitcher's spot now batting.
Red. Owings.
And he's going to go to Chris Owings. And there's a pop up into shallow center, and Urias has got it. And that'll do it for the Rockies in the bottom half. So 2 hits by the Rockies. They're both stranded. Brewers take a 1-0 lead to the 8th.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Rockies, number 71, Wade Davis.
So Wade Davis is going to take the mound for the Rockies here.
Leading off for Milwaukee, the second baseman.
He pitched in yesterday's game, won an inning, gave up 2 hits and 2 runs. Had a walk and a strikeout. He's going to face off against Keston Hiura, who's 2 for 3 on the day. First pitch is a curve that misses, 1-0. Davis has given up 15 runs on the season, of ERA just under 10. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike. Keston Hiura leads the team in RBIs. He's the only one over 20. 1-1 pitch. This is outside. It's 2-1. 3 home runs, 22 RBIs came into today, batting .310. That's going to go up with the 2 for 3 in there for a strike, 2-2. Even if he gets out here, it's still going to go up. His 31 hits coming into today. That was tied with Avisail Garcia for the team lead. 2-2, fouled away. The one aspect that is troubling for Hiura, actually probably 2 things for Hiura. You talk about at the plate, he has struck out the most on the Brewers. It's 24. Maybe 25. Nope. First base umpire says he did not go around, so full count on Hiura. He struck out 24 times, so let's see what he does here. Swing and a miss. So 25 now for Keston Hiura. Thought maybe a reverse jinx was in order for mentioning how many times he has struck out.
The batter.
Did not work. Keston Hiura is down on strikes. It's going to bring up Avisail Garcia. This is inside, 1-0. Garcia looking to keep his hitting streak going. Has an 0 for going here today. He's probably going to need to do it here. And that's in there for a strike. So not sure if it's maybe my connection or whatnot, or maybe because of the internet, but it does look like the quality of the stream is probably a little shaky, maybe a little slow, a little juddery, but we're just gonna keep going with it. You got a picture. You can probably hear me fine. It might be a little delayed. I'm not listening to myself. I don't think I can handle that. The 1-2, and that's ripped foul. Not that I don't like listening to myself or anything. I think it's just Okay, I'm going to get my technical producer is going to go into the other room and watch the stream and see how it sounds and if anything looks off, and try to not to have the feedback as Garcia hits one into the hole. Nice play by Arenado from his belly, makes the play, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Omar Narvaez.
Nice play by Arenado, lays out for that one. And not so much from the belly, from the knees. Plenty of time to get Garcia, and that brings Omar Narvaez to bat with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Brewers scoring the 1 run in the game. They got it last inning with a Ben Gamel RBI single. Curveball misses away, 1-0. Coming up in the bottom of the 8th, it's going to be the top of the order for the Rockies. Probably going to see David Phelps. He's been the 8th inning man for the Brewers this season. Trying to bridge the gap to Josh Hader. Here's the 1-1. Tapper in front of the home plate, and that's going to roll foul. So it was Davis who ran over to get that one, and then just like that, he's back on the mound getting a baseball. Man, these pace of play rules have really got these guys playing with a light under them, or a fire under them. Narvaez hits that one, heads up over there. 1-2. The 1-2 up and in. Narvaez gets blown back by that one. Shaking his head, not sure what he did in his previous appearances that warranted something like that. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Hampson is there, calling everyone off, and he's got it for the 3rd out. So the Brewers go down in order here at the top of the 8th. Nice little look as you walk up the tunnel right behind home plate. Now the inning's over. Now you can go and move. It's not as distracting for the pitcher. Brewers lead by 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Milwaukee.
So David Phelps is in there. He's got a 2-0 record. He does have 7 holds on the season. 14 1/3. My technical producer says stream is looking good. Everything sounds good.
Leading off for
So
the
appreciate that. She wears many hats around here. Technical producer, talent producer, booth coordinator. I don't know. Phelps starts out Tapia off with a ball. Josh Hader, Corey Campbell warming up in the Brewers bullpen. Hader's going to have the 9th. Brewers have a lead. Here's the 1-0, and that one's foul. Get some comment. Looks like the batter has huge feet. Is it the batter? Yeah. Might be probably a tall guy. It's hard to do feet. It's hard to draw feet. That's always a big thing in animation and cartoons, comics. That's always that was the joke in Deadpool. Here's the 2-2. Fouled again. There's a joke about a guy who couldn't draw feet. That's why he never made it as a comic artist. You gotta be able to draw feet. It is a hard part to draw. Feet are hard. 2-2 is inside. It's a full count. Phelps last pitched on Wednesday. Went 1 inning. Pitched a 3-up, 3-down 8th. He has 10 strikeouts on the season, 4 walks, only giving up 1 run. Here's the full count pitch. Fouled again. So Tapia hanging in there tough. Full count once again, and a base hit up the middle. So a good battle by Tapia. He gets on with a leadoff single here in the 8th.
The first baseman, number 9, Daniel.
Left one right on the outer half of the plate. Tapia takes that one right back up the middle. That brings up Daniel Murphy, who's 1 for 3 with a double. Runner on first, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses, 1-0. Rockies fans getting on their feet, sensing something big coming up here. Phelps is going to try to squash that to the best of his ability. Here's the 1-0. just misses with the fastball. Had a little sinking action to it. And missed the zone. It's 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Curve misses as well. So it looked like a good one there. Home plate umpire begs to differ. And it's a 3-0 count on Daniel Murphy. Three-0 pitch. Straight down Wisconsin Avenue, as Bob Uecker would say. It's 3-1. Go-ahead run at the plate. Tying run over at first. Leadoff single by Tapia. There's the 3-1 pitch. And there's a fly ball to right. Gamble's there. Playable. And there's one. So Murphy just got underneath that one.
Now batting.
And there's one away. Who has a single back in the fourth. Arenado, another one of these guys you expect to have a much higher batting average, and he's struggled out of the gate, only batting .213 coming into today. Actually, that's probably updated, .213 currently. Fastball's up and in for a ball. Brewers have a one-run lead here. In the eighth, they got their setup man on the mound. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Curve can't get on top of that one. And it misses inside 2-0. So having trouble locating that knuckle curve right now is Phelps. 2-0 pitch. And that's a fly ball into the gap. Kane is chasing after it, and he is going to make the play for out number 2. So Kane tracks it down, makes the catch. And there's 2 away here in the eighth.
Charlie Blackman.
Brewers not out of the woods yet, like I mentioned. This part of the order has been very formidable this season. So Charlie Blackman's up. And the runner's going. Throw down by Narvaez is in time, and they get Tapia, and that's going to end it in the eighth. So we mentioned it earlier. Rockies have been thrown out on the base paths more than anyone in baseball. And they're going to add to that total. Head to the ninth.
Please. Now pitching for the Rockies, number 51, Jake McKee.
So Jake McKee is in to pitch the ninth for the Rockies. He's going to face off against Brock Holt.
The third baseman, Brock.
Let's get you the story on Jake McKee as Holt fouls one off. 15th appearance. He's 3-0 on the season. Has not given up any runs. He has 4 strikeouts. Last pitched on Wednesday, went an inning, gave up 2 hits and a strikeout. McKee, one of those loogie guys, left-handed one-out guys. Here's the 1-1. But now with the new rules, has to throw to a few more batters. So definitely coming in these types of situations. Batters 1-2, and that's a little flare into center for a base hit. So Brock Holt gets his second hit of the day. Second leadoff hit even. And there's one on and nobody out for Ryan Braun. So takes that inside and low pitch and just kind of squirts that one into the outfield. Brewers in business here in the ninth. Trying to add on an insurance run here. Let Hader pitch with a couple more runs in the lead by. That was a terrible sentence. That didn't make any sense. Couple runs to lead by. Yeah, that's how people normally talk. Here's the 0-1 to Braun in the dirt. 1-1. I'm not a professional broadcaster. I think that's been established in many of these streams. It's just something fun I'm doing, and if something comes of it, that's awesome. I have a lot on tape, as they'd say. Here's the 1-1, and this is 2-1. I know my views, I know my numbers. I'm not knocking it out of the park or anything by any means. Here's the pitch to Braun. That's inside, 3-1. That's one thing you wonder about, like when doing that news story and everything. You know, it'd be one thing if it was like, this guy's like crushing it. It's like, no, I have like 5 views a day. Here's the 3-1. Braun fouls it back. It's just something you stumble upon. You get a heads up about it, and then someone thinks, well, that's a cool idea. I don't even know if that guy's even watching these things. But he's the news manager guy, so I mean, he's got to work right now. He can't watch these streams. Braun falls another one back. Yeah, it'd be one thing if it was like, it's like, is he the next ninja? You know, from the Fortnite. It's like, no. Is he just another guy doing this? Yeah. Here's the full count pitch. Braun hits it on the right side, through for a base hit. Holt makes his way to second, and the Brewers have their first 2 on here in the 9th.
The bat, number 2.
So just like in the 5th inning, Brock Holt has a hit, Ryan Braun has a hit. Hopefully they don't replicate the other parts of that inning, and they can score a run here. That's fun, right? That's why we're doing it. I don't know. I mean, you're my technical producer, so yeah. It's a joint effort. Thank you. Animal coordinator. I think that's a thing, like on movie sets. You have a person that's specifically for the animals. They make sure that the animals are treated correctly and they aren't hurt or anything. I think they're known as the animal wrangler. That might be the technical term. McGee comes set, checks the runners. Here's the 0-1. That one misses. 1-1. It could be craft services when I need water or something. I don't need water, but like if I were, yeah, I could use beer. Holt over at second, Braun at first. Arias with the 1-1 count, and he hits that one foul. Brewers and Rockies both have 8 hits. Rockies have an error as a throwing error that led to Arias scoring in the 7th. And there's a hard hit to the shortstop. Kempson's got the relay, and there's a double play. But just like that, Brewers have 2 outs here. And the pitcher spot coming up, so we'll see who Craig Counsell goes to in this situation. Good job by Story. Good quick turn over to Hampson. The relay's in plenty of time for the double play.
Your attention, please.
It's going to be Eric Sogard, so interesting, playing the lefty-on-lefty matchup here.
Eric.
He has Arcia, he's got Jerko, he's got Tyrone Taylor. All these right-handed batters. Justin Smoke is a right-handed batter. But Eric Sogard is your default pinch hitter in these situations. Takes a strike, it's 0-1. I don't know how that works or why it works that way, but it's just the way it goes. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off, 0-2. There's probably like some if-then statement probably at play. I think that's how it works for probably the bullpen. Like, if this inning, then this pitcher goes in. If this inning, this situation, this pitcher goes in. It's probably the same thing. It's probably just going down the list. It's probably all that happens. Here's the 0-2 to Sogard, and he pops that one. Playable for Nunez. He's got it. And now do it for the Crew in the 9th. So, Brewers get 2 hits. They leave one stranded. We head to the bottom of the 9th, trying to secure a 1-0 lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
So Josh Hader's in to try to get his 11th save of the season. 19 strikeouts, 4 walks. That's what we've come to expect from Josh Hader.
Leading up for the Rockies, the right
Last
fielder.
pitch on Wednesday, he went 1 inning, had 1 strikeout, and got the save. And he's going to face off against Charlie Blackmon, who is batting when Takia was thrown out at second trying to steal. Blackmon goes after the first pitch. He fouls it off, and Hader's up in the count 0-1. And And that one is hit deep to center. Kane racing back on the track at the wall, and that is out of here. So Josh Hader blows his second save of the season. And this game is tied just like that. So shades of last year in that season finale. Josh Hader giving up the run, giving up the lead, and just like that, it's a brand new ball game here in Denver. Take a look at this one again. Got a pitch right on the bottom half of the plate, and he took the 8-iron to that one. 421 feet into the deep part of center field. And now,
Up next to Colorado,
the go-ahead run is now batting.
Trevor.
And this is going to be an interesting ninth once again. So Trevor Story's in there. Oh, 1 for 3 on the day. He struck out twice. Fastball misses up, 1-1. Fire-Eisen Cable warming up. Just the second run that Hader has given up this season. First home run he's given up. Here's the 1-1. That one looked like it was right down the middle. No idea where that one misses. It's 2-1. That is a very good pitch. That is kind of terrible. Popped up, playable for Holt in foul territory. He's got it, and there's one away.
The left fielder, number 22.
Well, the Brewers are going to have, if they can hold on and keep this a 1-1 game, they're going to have the top of the order coming up in the 9th, or in the 10th. It shows you a lot of opportunities to score runs. They've left a lot of men on base once again. Not come through with runners in scoring position. That one misses 1-0. To Sam Hilliard, who's 1 for 3 on the day. He struck out twice. And the middle of this Rockies order has struck again. This is outside, 2-0. We're falling behind here. 1 run is in for the Rockies. Solo home run by Charlie Blackmon to lead it off. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down to chase the fastball. It's 2-1. And there's a strike on the outside corner, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Jammed him, and into the net it goes. Try again, 2-2. Home plate umpire throws a fastball back to Hader. Says get this one on the gun. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on the slider. And there's a strikeout. So 2 away here. Brings up Garrett Hampson.
Number 1.
Good pitch. Good slider. Got him out in front. That one magically goes up into the glove of Narvaez. And that brings up Hampson, who's 1 for 3. And then that one's in there for a strike. 98 on the hands. That is a tough one to hit there. The 0-1 in there for a strike. The 0-2 called strike 3. So Hader strikes out 2 in the inning, but not before giving up the solo home run to Charlie Blackmon. We're heading to extra innings. Free baseball coming up. So Bud Black is going to make a double switch. He does have the pitcher spot batting second in the next inning, so we'll see what he does here.
These changes for Colorado. Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 54, Carlos Estevez. Now playing second base and batting 9, number 31, Peter Mooney.
Gamble hits one down the line. That should be extra bases. He takes the turn to first, and he's in. First pitch he sees is a leadoff double. Ben Gamble with 3 hits on the day. And he is in scoring position for this top of the order. Take a look at this one again. Takes that outside pitch and just smokes it right down the third baseline. Arenado kind of playing normal depth, normal positioning. And Kane bats with a runner in scoring position. Up and in, misses, 100 miles an hour. 1-0, got the hiccups. Peter Mooney came in on the double switch. He's over at second now. He'll be in the 9 spot now. And Estevez is the pitcher spot in the 6th spot. Kane takes one away, 2-0. Comes the 2-0 pitch. Misses in, 3-0. Estevez in his 10th appearance of the season has given up 7 runs, has 9 strikeouts, 9 walks. Hasn't pitched since Sunday when he pitched an inning. Check with Gamble. Here's the 3-0 in there for a strike. Brewers scored first in the 7th. Rockies tied it in the 9th. And we're in extras. Brewers are 3-0 in extra inning games this season. This is the first extra inning games the Rockies have played. The 3 wins all came consecutive days against the Phillies last week. Full count pitch. And that one's into right and down for a base hit. Gamble's going to hold at third. Had to make sure it was down. And Blackman might have deeped him just a little bit, but Kane has a hit. And there's runners at the corners for Keston Hira. Hira with 2 hits on the day. Takes a ball. First and third. Gamble led off the inning with the double. Kane with the single just now. The Brewers with nobody out. Runners at the corners. It looks like they're going after Hira. Here's the pitch inside. So now you wonder if maybe you set up the double play ball and you just put Hira on. You get the runner at home. Let's see what happens. 2-0 pitch. It doesn't miss. That looked like a pitch a little bit low, but it's called a strike. It's 2-1. Back to the runner. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss way out in front of that changeup. And the count is even at 2. 2 on. Break even pitch. Hit to left and deep. This should be deep enough to get Gamble. Hillard is there. Throw comes in, and it's going to be offline, and Keston Hira gives the Brewers the lead with the sacrifice fly. So good job by Hira, gets the job done, and there's 1 away. Brewers have the lead now, 2-1. So good job by the Brewers to manufacture a run there. Getting the double, moving them over with the base hit, and then the sacrifice fly. And they're still in business here. Garcia bats with Kane on first. That's in the dirt, 1-0. So Garcia looking to keep his hitting streak going, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2. That misses. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a swing and a miss. Got an 8-game hitting streak going on, so he can make it 9 here in the 10th. Might have thought he didn't have another shot. He was hoping the team would be in the clubhouse, talking to the press, putting on some street clothes. 2-1 pitch. Down the line, foul. Brewers have the lead here in the 10th. 2-2. Misses. Ball 3. 2 strikes, full count. You wonder maybe Kane might be in motion, try to stay out of a double play situation. Might be discussing that with his first base coach, or maybe some of the things that happened in Tiger King. I don't know. Here's the full count pitch. Called strike 3. Garcia frozen on the off-speed pitch, and he knows it. He's nodding his head. He knows he had a good one there. But wasn't looking like that one. Home plate umpire pulls the cord on the lawnmower and then pulls the cord on the weed whacker. And Narvaez fouls one off. There's 2 away here in the 10th. Narvaez 0 for 4 on the day. Struck out in the first for a couple of ground out, couple pop outs. And he's down in the count 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Foul. Estevez comes set. 22nd pitch of this inning coming up. Here it is to Narvaez. Outside, 1-2. Brewers have 1 in on the Keston Hira sac fly. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled again. The Brewers this season have not lost a game when they have held a lead going into the 8th inning, as Narvaez hits one foul and deep. They have blown the save. They blew the save. The Hader blew the save against the Phillies last week. He's blown the save here today. But in that game against the Phillies, they did win. And they're hoping that they can win this one as well. They have a 2-1 lead in the 10th. They're going to have to get 3 more outs, though, because that is how the rules of baseball work. 2-2 to Narvaez, and that's into the gap in left center. Kane is going to get on his horse. Narvaez into second. Kane makes the turn, and the throw is going to be held onto, and the Brewers add on another one here in the 10th. Omar Narvaez, back-to-back games with an RBI double. That's his 11th double of the season. And the Brewers extend their lead here in the 10th. So a good job by Narvaez, falling behind early. And that is going to chase Estevez. Brian Shaw comes into the game, his 15th of the season. Has a 1-1 record in 13 2/3, 3.29 ERA. 16 strikeouts to 9 walks. Has not given up any home runs. Last pitched in yesterday's game where he just went an inning. And nothing more to say about that one. No strikeouts, no walks, no hits. He came in, pitched an inning. Batters got themselves out, and that was it. That's all she wrote. There might have been a base runner. I don't know. Maybe someone got hit by a pitch or there's an error. They don't mention that stuff. There's no like game breakdown of what a pitcher does in any of this stuff. You only go off the box scores. Brock Holt has a 2-0 count. But why would you put any of that in there? Why would you do that? Who would want that information? Only a psycho who wants to do play-by-play and the color commentary for all this stuff and just watch it and have like storylines and stat lines and all that stuff. No one's playing this game casually and is like, I want to know what a guy did in a different game that I had a computer simulate. Holt takes a strike, it's 2-2. No one's doing that. I don't even do that when I play this game casually. 2-2 to Holt. Chopper on to the third. Arenado gets rid of it as fast as humanly possible to get Holt at first. And that will do it for the Brewers in the 10th. They score 2. And they'll try to close it down in the bottom half of the 10th. Coming up. So Josh Hader is going to get a second try at getting this save. Swing and a miss. So maybe he just feels like he needed to throw more than 15 pitches to get in a groove. 0-1 coming, and that misses again. Went back-to-back with the slider. It's 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Little looper into left, and it's down for a base hit. Arias couldn't get to that one, and Nunez is on with his third hit of the game, or second hit of the day.
Now batting, second baseman, Peter Mooney.
I'll bring up Peter Mooney. He came in on the double switch. And they're actually going to go to a pinch hitter.
Number 20, Ian.
That's going to be Ian Desmond coming in. So, Council taking a gamble, putting Hader back out there, and there's a base hit right up the middle. And just like that, the first two runners are on, the tying run is on, and the go-ahead run now bats in the 10th.
Up next for Colorado, the center fielder, Raimon Tapia. Your attention, please.
And
now,
Council has seen enough. He's going to go to Corey Knebel.
Number 46, Corey.
And Hader just could not get the first two batters. Hard hit. Well, one was a little looper. One, that was an absolute bullet. He's going to go to Corey Knebel to try to get the save here. 0-1, 9 holds. This is his first save opportunity of the season. And he's going to face off against the top of the order and Ramiel Tapia. Starts him off with that curveball, and it's in there for a strike. Brewers could use a double play ball right here, but they'll take any out right now. And it's looking like that extra run is looking pretty valuable as of right now. Here's the 0-1, misses. And Council wants to know what he has to do to get these final 3 outs. Second time the Brewers are trying to get the final outs of the game. Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss. Good high fastball from Knebel, and he's got Tapia at a 1-2 count. Brewers scoring 2 in the top of the 10th, trying to close it down here. 1-2 pitch. Fouled. Curveball hung up in the zone. Got lucky on that one. It's 1-2. Another foul. He singled his last at bat, got thrown out trying to steal second in the 8th. With 2 outs. Killed the rally there. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Pitch to Tapia. And that one's into the gap in left center. And 1 run is in. And Desmond, he's around the corner. He's going to score, and this game is tied up. So Tapia with the 2-run double, and just like that, we are back to a tie game. So charge those runs to Hader. He's going to give up 3 in this outing. And the Brewers are not able to close this one out. There's Daniel Murphy now with the runner at second. And you got to believe any base hit's going to score Tapia. Got the speed. So they need to get an out here, probably via the strikeout, probably walk a guy and set up a double play for us. Here's the 1-0. This is 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch in the dirt, 3-0. So at this point, you're probably thinking you're just going to put him on, set up the double play situation. Here's the 3-0 in there for a strike. So the Brewers not able to close this one down. The bullpen giving up all 3 of these runs. All 3 runs charged to Josh Hader so far. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fouled back. Cable in there. He's going to try to get this one to the top of the 11th. A lot of work ahead of the Brewers, though. Full count pitch to Murphy. Been hit over to Hira. He's got it for out number 1. He is over to third, 90 feet closer to a game-winning run.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
So Arenado bats now. Blackman's on deck who hit the home run, and you got to imagine they would try to just maybe put him on, but it looks like they're going to try to pitch to him. Here comes the pitch, and therefore a strike. So Council's going to roll the dice here, have his closer go after, or not his closer, but have his former closer go after Arenado here. Try to get the strikeout, maybe then walk Blackman. Go after Story. Boy, a lot of possibilities here. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Narvaez. That's going to save a run right there. Good job by Narvaez. And we'll do it here with a 1-1 count. Tapia over at third, game-winning run. Here it is, 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back into the net, 1-2. If Corey Knebel can get out of this inning, that'd be a huge boost for these Brewers. Here's the 1-2. Misses up and in, 2-2. A walk doesn't hurt you. Base hit does. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball swung on and driven to left and deep. And this one is over. Arenado hits the 2-run walk-off home run. And the Brewers lose this one. Another crushing defeat. Bullpen giving up the runs. And the Rockies take game 1 of this series. Take a look at this one again. Curveball that just hung in the zone, and Arenado knew it when he hit it. Even if it didn't go out of the park, it was going to be deep enough to score Tapia. And he gets that one just over the fence. And the Rockies win this one in 10 innings, 5-3. Well, tough day for Josh Hader. He gives up 3 runs. Corey Knebel is going to give up 2 runs. And even though the Brewers score 2 in the top of the 10th, they are unable to win this one. Nolan Arenado, your player of the game, for good reason. The 2-run walk-off home run. Also had another hit in the game as the grounds crew cleans up after that one. Corey Knebel, I mean, that's a tough loss to take, but he did give up the 2 runs that were the game winners. Brewers lose back-to-back games. They'll be back at it tomorrow. 6 o'clock will be the first pitch. Hope you can join us then. Until then, have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
For our ball game tonight, for the victorious